This video is going to show you how to attach your little wire sculpture to a base. So I know the above view is a little hard to see, but it's best for when I actually do the work. But what I want to do is I have twisted more since the last one, and I even twisted the belly a little bit more. You can position your person into the position you want. Mine's going to be kind of this dancer position, kind of dancing. And so I have it all bent the way that I want. Keep in mind, if you keep bending and bending and bending, this stuff can get weak enough to break. So be careful and be purposeful and intentional in your bending. Okay, so my guy's gonna be kind of in this ice skater dancing position. And you can see that he stands up as long as I have my finger right here. I only need that 1 point to help him stand. So when I go to do my base, I'm thinking about that early on. Your base can be a couple of things. The easiest is cardboard. So you could probably just use one piece of cardboard, but it might topple. I suggest stacking maybe 3 or 4 or 5, so that it looks more like a sculptural base, kind of like the bottoms of Giacometti's. So I have 4, you could do more. And I just kind of cut a flap off a box and put it into hopefully equal sizes. It's a little off, and that's okay. If you have the lid to, like I have this little lid to a gift box, that works well. It's going to be cool because it's open on the inside. You could have a piece of foam, scrap piece of wood, also even like a can, like a small low can, like a tuna fish can or something could work as well. All right, so to do the base, I need to figure out how my figure's gonna sit on it, and mine is just barely big enough. And so what I'm doing is I'm thinking about where I'm gonna attach. And mine, I don't even think I need to attach that one, but I probably will. And so I'm going to poke a hole in this cardboard, hopefully. I'm gonna be poking some holes in this cardboard, and I'll do it with marker so you can see around the places where I'm going to be attaching. So I want to mark where I'm going to attach. We're going to do like a little loop that goes through the cardboard, and it's like a twist tie underneath. So you'll see here, I'm going to poke this. I think a pen works great, but you could experiment. Scissors, a toothpick, something like that could work just as well for you. So you want it to go all the way through. And I'm going to do that on both of them. You don't want these holes to be too close together. When we do our surface, this cardboard's going to get wet. And if they're too close together, you might lose this interior little piece, which is going to be what holds it on. So notice mine are like at least a 1/4 inch apart. Okay, using your thin coated string, the plastic coated string, I just have a 1/2 piece. This is a 1/2 piece. I want to cut a length about the size of my finger. So I'm just going to cut a couple pieces that are about the size of my finger. And these are going to be what are like my twist ties to tie it on. So when I get my figure in place, right, I'm going to feed my little twist tie through, see that? And I'm going to bend it down, put it back, like around it, and then I'm going to put it back through. So hopefully you can see I've looped it, right? Looped it through. And so this, this little twist tie will act kind of like my finger did in terms of holding my sculpture in place. Although I think I did it in the wrong place. So let me fix that real quick. I want it to be more over here. Okay. And then what you want to do is on the back side, you want to twist this as tight as you can. You might want to use 2 hands and really pull and crank it as tight as you can. And if you're working on the back side of a box or a tuna can, you don't have to worry about any of this. For me, I'm going to try to keep it as flat as possible. And so that's already kind of holding, and so I need this second one to do the trick. Turns out I do need 2. So I'll stick this through, up, over, and oops, and in. is a little awkward, but you make it work. Kind of like your middle school years, a little awkward, but you make it work. Okay, take these, twist them as tight as you can, and then nice and flat. And so now my guy is actually pretty sturdy. You might find that you need another one. So this guy tends to tip a little because of his positioning. So I might put one more right over here. And just remember to keep your the holes that you're making slightly far apart, 1/4 inch apart, so that you don't end up with the middle of it ripping. Okay, so I'm going to continue to do that, and once I have that in, I won't do it right now. The last step, if you're using the cardboard, is you want to attach all these cardboard pieces back together, and that will hide and help hold your twist ties from underneath. And I suggest that you use just the big clear tape. You could just use that around the edge, or you could glue it. You could even put a rubber band around it, because we will be covering all of this. So if I tape this really tight, really tight, really tight, I have a pretty steady little base for my figure. And it will be steadier when I get that last one on. That's it.